Dead in Hip Hop album review. Symba and DJ Drama results take time. First time that we review Symba's project. However, if you would like to see the single review, check out the channel. We got that on there. A little bit of history about Symba is he is a Bay Area rapper. He is German. Did not freaking know that.
Neither.
Yeah, because his Wikipedia page is all in German.
What?
Wait,
Yeah.
are you sure he's from Germany?
Oh, you got your settings.
Weird.
Nah, it's not my settings. It's legit. His Wikipedia page is all in German.
What?
Go to it. What's good?
It's a different Symba.
Oh, it's a different Symba.
Stop, man!
I put Symba rapper, bro.
Stop,
They are laughing loud as hell.
Be nice about y'all assholes. Yeah, it's a different.
Strikes again.
I was like, bro, how you think it's the same dude?
He's like, it's not really.
This dude got movies and shit. This is not.
It just didn't make sense.
It's not him. It's okay.
No.
It's an honest mistake.
It's
y'all.
not.
Wait, are y'all sure?
Yes.
Because I have this website that says Symba is a Bay Area bred rapper, musical artist, and actor from Berlin, Germany.
Okay, well, maybe
Symba is his
Feefo's
stage name for his music. His real name is Sylvan Maybe,
Let him know,
which
Feefo.
he
Get him,
uses
Feefo.
which he uses for his acting career.
Let him know,
I
Get him,
don't-
Feefo.
It
He has an
says,
acting career?
it says, look, bro, I've never heard of this dude. Look, it says name Silva Maybe, age 21, which fits. Actor and musical artist.
Get him, Feefo. Okay,
Where
Feefo.
y'all laughing now?
Okay, Feefo.
And it says Symba is 21 years old, was born in 1999, month and day to be updated soonest. He attended, I can't say that word. I can't say that university, but I'm just saying, like,
Because he said
Is this not
he
him?
mentioned he played basketball.
Yeah,
he
he's
mentioned
6 feet
hoop.
tall.
Yeah, he mentioned the hoop.
It say he's 6 feet tall.
He mentioned he hooped in his rap.
That's him.
Get him, Feefo.
Okay, Feefo.
Get him, Feefo.
Okay,
Say something now.
Feefo.
That's why you head to the table, man.
That's right. People say
look.
when an old man
Look,
talks,
look.
y'all shut the fuck up. That's what Feefo said.
You know, when you're a new artist up and coming, and you know there's not a lot of history about you out there on the internet, obviously. You gotta let me know personally, right? Like I'm talking directly to you, Symba, and everybody that's listening. I need to know things about you to make me really wanna like be a part of that story, be a part of that movement. And there's a lot of things that he dropped in here that I really felt connected to. You know, he talked about like his pops being incarcerated and passing. He talked about not having things or having things and then losing it and then having to learn how to kind of deal and learn. I'm a little torn because there's a lot of things I like, but there's also, I don't hear like that like I don't hear that like, oh shit, like you blew me away either. So I like him because he's very down to earth, humble. You could tell that there's a lot of honesty and truth in the words and the messaging. But as a rapper, like the technicality and the things that make certain rappers special, I don't hear that.
That's what I was waiting for you to say, because and I think you saying that now I really agree with your stance on this album, because you was like, oh, I like this album or whatever, and I wasn't sure if I liked this album because of what you just said. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that he's talking about, the stuff that he's rapping about, but you said it, like I just don't feel that it factor for some reason. I don't know. I was just I know I'm going through some things right now in my life personally, and I don't know if that may have kind of skewed it. So I really was interested to see how everybody else felt about it. But yeah, man, for some reason I just don't hear it. I hear the honesty. I hear like the story. I hear a lot of things in this, and it makes me want to like it. Right? It makes me want to like him, but I can't honestly say that I like the album like that. It's just something that's just not connecting for me, and I think it's mainly just I just don't hear that it's like it's missing something, man. Like
it's not enough special moments because I feel like there are some special moments on here, right? Like Never End Up Broke Part 2 with Pusha T. Obviously Pusha T is dope. I really like that beat, and I like Symba on that. Street Nigga, I like that bouncy. You know, because he doesn't have another track that's on here that sounds like that, right? So I'm like, okay, that's different. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely bumping the whip music. But then it's kind of like outside of the story and the honesty, it's like the rapper technicality wise, like what's special? Like, because none of the bars hold like a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not double entendres and not going over your head. It's very in your face, but it's like, what's special? And I don't have that.
And I didn't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, it just sounds very basic to me. It doesn't sound like he's doing anything super special. Like, you know how some rappers can throw some double time flow, or like super aggressive on something, or just their inflections change. He's just kind of one way for the most part, and I think that bothered me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want to like him though. I want to like him because he sounds. I don't know, man. He sounds like a cool dude. He sounds like, he's been through some things, and the things that he talk about are relatable. I do agree with you. Like, he does talk about some relatable things, but yeah, man, just something that's just not clicking for me.
Yeah,
it's just not clicking.
And I feel you, bro, because I listened to this multiple times trying to articulate or just absorb, like, what is it? Like, what is it? And it's just. It's not enough special moments.
And I don't think DJ Drama helped either for me. I don't think he helped for me. Normally he kind of does add a little something to the albums, but on this, it didn't work for me.
It didn't need it.
Ooh, I like drama on here.
I didn't, man.
I like drama, but it didn't. It wasn't necessary.
So
like,
what
it
did
didn't
they call
add
me?
nothing.
Go.
It sounded like he was being extra on this one.
He was, but I don't know. I liked it. And I don't think he littered the album with a lot of drama shit, but I think he was just in enough spots.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I normally am okay with DJ Drama, but I don't know. On this one, it just didn't. It didn't mesh for me.
Well, I dug it, but I agree with y'all very much so. When this came on, I was like, all right. I'm trying to find the track listing.
Overnight.
But the first track was, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. The track list was fucking good when it first started. Overnight was good, had a hard beat. He was spitting. Never Change was cool, but I didn't like the hook at all. And that's the one where it kind of started off a little sentimental sounding, but then when that beat switched up, I was like, here we go.
Dope, yeah.
That was hard, but didn't care about the hook. Street Nigga I really liked. A nice trap beat. It was good. But around trust issues, I completely lost interest. Trust issues, sacrifices, On God,
Well, like On
Soul
God.
Ties.
I do like On God too.
No, so here's the thing. I didn't think these songs were trash or whack, but during that whole middle section, I found myself not paying attention anymore. I didn't pay attention again until GOAT. When
Yeah,
GOAT
GOAT is
came
good,
back, I was
too.
like, wow,
Yeah.
this is fucking good. The whole
It was creative.
concept
Very
was
creative.
really creative. Like, you talk about how it's a subjective thing, but the way he ended the song was incredible. Like, if you pay your bail for your bros, nigga, you a goat. If you made it out your hood, nigga, you a goat. All of the shit that he put at the end of GOAT was just fucking incredible. So when you say there's not enough special moments, I agree with you. Because I know that he can do better than this.
Yep.
This one, when you said basic, my adjective is more safe, but it's the same thing basically. But it just sounded like he played it kind of safe on here by making a lot of songs that he feels will appeal to different people. So I was literally talking to Adon last night, Adon Bean, about this, and he was like, yo, you gotta check out his freestyles. I hadn't heard them. So I went and looked, like, his Sway freestyle.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
can this dude rap?
Yes.
He can rap his fucking ass off.
Them LA Leaker freestyle too.
Yeah,
man.
he sent me like 4 videos, and I was like,
yeah.
damn.
I looked it up after we did the track review of the one with Pusha T, and I looked up his freestyles, and I was like, shit.
I didn't look anything up. I just listened to the album. I didn't, because I thought the dude was brand new. I had no idea he's been doing music since 2000. You said 2011, but according to that German Wikipedia page, he's had albums since 2018. I didn't know he was been around that long. I definitely think he showed plenty of glimpses on here of those LA Leaker freestyles. It's just, I feel like he walked into here trying to make an album that's gonna sell, and I get it. But for me personally, a lot of this didn't really appeal to me. But now, will I listen to another album? Yeah, because I like the way he raps. I definitely like the way he raps. He's a spitter. I just don't really care for the sentimental sounding stuff in the middle.
You know what, Mike? Like I'm typically not the guy with the lines, but there were some lines, and that's why I said it's not enough special moments, but there were some special moments. I love the line that he had about you rappers wearing Fendi, trying to sell me your fucking merch, but you're wearing this shit. Like, what type of shit is
that?
that?
He said Dior, but you
Dior.
drip down in Dior. Why would I buy your fucking mix? Why would I buy your merch?
Yeah. And there was another line, man, like when because I didn't catch it at first, but when I caught it, I said, "Oh, that's hard." It's very simple. He said, "I really sow weed. I'm not an industry plant." I was like, "Oh, that's hard.
Nice.
That's a fucking hard bar."
You know what other song was really hard was No Sleep. I don't know who I Don't Know Jeffrey is.
Tell that hoe, give me cars to the car key or something.
I looked him up after that song because he sounded kind of like 21 Savage, but I still liked him a lot. Get it?
I saw what you did there.
But yeah, it's a cool project. I do not think I'll return to it though. If I did, I might pick off a couple songs to jam, but I'm not gonna listen to this in full again. But I feel like a lot of people would because he's so diverse on here. So
I agree. I think overall, I like his story, and I like the fact that he was, kind of revealing himself a lot on this album. Especially by this being my debut, first time listening to a whole project by him. I definitely prefer those freestyles. After I listened to those freestyles, I was like, yo, okay, he proved he can rap. But I guess he was trying to prove that he can, write songs and make songs on this as well. Which is cool.
He did pretty good.
Which is cool. But yeah, I'm like with Rod and Myke. It's like the same way I feel about what's the old boy that you like that I was saying the same thing that you just said. Westside
Boogie.
I feel the same way. It's just like they touch on personal stuff. They touch on stuff that people can relate to. But I just be like, it's no moment for me or whatever. I don't feel like it's a moment with this guy that. And then I was worried about it when we did the track review. I'm like, I hope this ain't the best track. And it's actually my favorite track on the album. It's like one of my favorite tracks on the album. Never End Up Broke Part 2. And the reason why he called it Part 2, because Part 1 is just him. And I appreciate him, rhyming over different types of production on here too. Like the production is really not super samey on here, which I can appreciate. I like that, but it's just like Westside Boogie is like nothing that just. I can't really explain, but it just. I just go back and listen to the freestyles. That's pretty much it. What was you saying, Kim?
No, I was just saying, I think, just listening to, all y'all talk, one of the takeaways I walked away from, and, it's pretty much the same thing, just a different word, it's just, he's versatile. And, and I think that, he showed that when you can do a track with Roddy Ricch and then turn around and do a track with Key Glock.
Or Pusha T.
And then 2 Chainz. And then 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
And then you got this Raven Tyler who's dope and new that you're working with, on here as well. And yeah, man, I do like him. I do like this. And I like the fact that he has that range where he can make those songs without fully sacrificing most of what he is as a rapper. Like, I think GOAT is a good illustration of that when he was talking about imagine if, this rapper did a song with this rapper and such did a song with that. And I think he kind of showcased that on this project. And when I was listening to it and I listened and I heard that and that song came on, he started doing that. I was like, there it is. Like, that may be what this new breed of rappers that's coming behind them may be able to do, is that we're just not going to be overly judgmental about these other sounds. We're just going to all work together and create this type of unity. I don't know. I could be just looking into it more than it is, but it's an interesting idea, especially when Key Glock, because I fuck with Key Glock. And when Key Glock jumped on this, I was like, oh shit, and that beat was fucking banging and shit like that. I was like, oh, that shit is cold, man. I don't even really like Roddy Ricch like that, but I liked him on here. We already talked about, we did a track review on the Pusha T joint as well, and Raven's really good. Her album was good, but yeah, kind of similar to you, Myke. I think that middle section was a little iffy for me, but I think it picked up probably a lot sooner than it did for you with Soul Ties. And it's kind of started, and then it really kind of picked back up right when it hit GOAT.
Ken, how'd you feel about Soul Ties? Because I feel like, to Mike's point, where he was trying to make a project that appeals to a lot of people. Like the first time I heard that, I'm like, oh, radio.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of his interviews, so I don't know his personality.
He seems cool.
Very.
He seems like a cool, humble dude.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
Okay.
He really does.
And see, I didn't even know that. I just got that from the music. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I hadn't seen his interviews, but that's literally the words I use. Like he seems.
So
like
you need to go home when you get a minute and watch that Funk Flex. Cause like he starts off rapping, but he starts off by calling out Funk Flex for the
On that
Tupac
Tupac,
gets respect.
yes.
And it was so dope the way he did it. Funk Flex couldn't say anything back. He was like, I'm not gonna say anything about Tupac ever again. Cause it was just so dope the way he fucking, I can't remember the verse, but he said something like, I've been waiting to call your ass out for years. It was dope. He seems like a cool guy though.
And they're doing it in front of his face is respect.
Yeah.
too.
Without talking shit.
Yep.
Exactly.
And he looked directly at him as he was
did.
rhyming it too.
He did. And then he said, no, bring that shit back. Let me start it over.
Yep.
Yeah, it was dope, man. He seemed like
Yeah.
a cool guy.
It sounded like he said he went from something to nothing.
Yeah.
And that he was like, man, now I see what it's like to be on the other side.
His parents owned a restaurant, and they had a lot of money, and then they lost it all.
And then people were calling him rich. And they lost it. I was like, damn, now I kind of get it. I thought that was interesting. So to your question about Soul Ties, I feel like if he is charismatic, or people can really connect with him, you know, on that level, in addition to the music, I think that can work well for him. Because if he's able to kind of toe that line, you know, I think he could definitely, you know, have a pretty long, successful career. Because it was like one of the things he said was something about being successful just because people kind of agree with you or understand you or something like that. I can't remember exactly how it go, but you know, it was a dope. Like I had to really sit and think about that. Dang, he might be right. Like when you connect with somebody or somebody say something, you connect with them. And what if you do that on a larger scale? You know, like the Kendra's and so in the world, then you can essentially take off. So if he's able to kind of give, you know, the people that like rap shit to fuck with, and then basically be Pac, like, you know, in his way, in his own way. Like I'm gonna give the people that like, you know, this hardcore rapping, I'm gonna get into rap shit. Then we'll make these commercial songs, you know, that's gonna get me out here and make me successful. And then bam, that's what it is. I hear the talent. I hear the skills, and I hear the ability to make songs. And I don't know if he necessarily needs that it factor for it to all work out. I think with the right team, it could still get him there.
Favorite tracks for me: Give Me Never Change, Give Me Never End Up Broke Part 2, Give Me Street Nigga, Give Me Better Days, and Give Me Goat.
My favorite tracks are Never End Up Broke Part 2, Goat, Soul Ties, No Sleep, and I think it's Blessings. Is that the one we were talking about telling the story? Or was it better? Okay. Give me Blessings.
Get Me Can't Win for Nothing. I like
that one.
Man, I don't know. It's like it was just again, like I don't know, man. I like the skit. Like I was really, it was really, really relatable. Like it's been times where I've definitely felt like that, just trying to be righteous and all that. Yeah, I don't want to get too far into that, but yeah, I like that one. Give me On God. I like that one. Goat definitely. I like Pop Out with 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz always brings it. And what was the one you just said that he was talking about? Was it Blessings?
Yeah,
and Blessings. Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah.
Give me Never End Up Broke Again. Give me Street Nigga. Give me No Sleep. No Sleep. Give me On God. And what else? Can't Win for Nothing.
Can't win for nothing. That was good. I hit that shit. Y'all give that. What you say?
I'm gonna go with Never Change. I'm gonna go with Street Nigga, Never End Up Broke Part 2, Goat, and Can't Win for Nothing.
Symba, if you watching, hey man, tell somebody to update that Wikipedia birth.
I don't think that's him, bro.
I don't know.
Because this album's not listed on there.
I don't know.
I don't think it's
But
him. It's really weird.
It is weird. At the end of the day, bro, I think the future is bright for you. I definitely like how introspective you are, how honest you are. I think you're one of the most honest rappers that I've heard in a while. Obviously, we've been doing this for a minute, but it's just like you put it all on the table, and that comes across. I don't ever change that. I think hip hop needs more honest people, and it's a good project. I don't think it's special. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like your bars. I've heard freestyles. I've heard other songs like that are just, I don't know, like more something. Like this just doesn't have that it to it. But it definitely has replay value. I definitely will be bumping this in the whip. So it's a good project. It's just not your best. I think your best is yet to come.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw the track review, but I haven't heard of you up until this point. And I think that you've done enough to get into the chamber. And for the most part, I think you came out well. Because you got an overall positive review, and I think from what I hear, you can rap and you can make songs, and if you can't do those things you won't be successful for the most part. Then again, I don't know the way this industry is, but nevertheless, I do think that the future is bright for you because I hear the talent here, and I think this is just the beginning of what could potentially be a very long or fruitful career. So it'll be interesting to see kind of where you go from here, and if the moves that you made prior to now that got you here in this review chamber could ultimately lead to more success down the road. So hopefully you will win, and you won't be a reflection of that damn song you wrote.
Symba, if you're watching, first, man, just please don't take my criticism too harshly. Because I do agree with Feefo. I do think you have a bright future. It was just something about this particular project that just didn't quite hit for me. But as you see, I have like at least 5 tracks that that are actually my favorite tracks, and it's probably a couple more that I actually like on here as well. But I don't know, man. It was just something that just didn't quite click for me. And I think after listening to everyone here on the panel, I think it just kind of boils down to, which is kind of weird, but the versatility that Ken mentioned. Like, I think because you were going for some of those like mainstream sounds or like just stuff like that is the reason why I didn't particularly care for it as a whole project. But I think I would want to hear a project where, I don't know, just kind of a little more focused, like beat wise, or just more. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's just something else that I'm looking for with you. Not saying that that's what you need to do. It's just saying if I'm gonna feel it as a whole project, that's kind of I think what I'm gonna need. But overall, man, I think again, you have a bright future. You definitely can rap, and yeah, I'll be looking forward to what you're doing next, man, because you're definitely not a whacking.
Solid project, solid debut. I'm glad you was very honest, very straightforward, very transparent on this album, which I can appreciate. But yeah, just like Rise, it's like something just didn't. It ain't sticking to me like grits right now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't sticking. But I definitely hear the talent. I definitely hear talent, and like I said, when I watched the freestyles after we talked about it, did a track review, I was like, okay, yeah, you can rap, you can definitely flow and rap with the best of them. But yeah, this album, I just feel like something just didn't really hit with me all the way. I'm looking forward to see what else you're doing. If you release any more freestyles, I'm gonna check those out definitely. But yeah, see where you can go from here, maturity wise or content wise, when you make your next album. So keep it up.
Symba, if you're watching, I enjoyed this project. There was quite a bit that just wasn't for me. So I think that you made a smart move by being diverse on your debut project because you're going to suck more people in that way. But me personally, I'm more attracted to the kind of bar heavy stuff that you do, but I also like the very honest stuff that you do. I mean, everything that I'm hearing so far sounds very honest, but there were more songs that were like, not so much double entendres and metaphors. It was really just you kind of speaking from the heart, and I like those too. So either way it goes, whatever you do next, I'm definitely gonna check it out. But I think this is a cool start for you. Again, it's just not all the way for me. So yeah.